Time now for the morning rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Still looking at a few spot showers possible over southern Colorado and the northern mountains. It's not going to be very heavy. Accumulation, little to nothing. Even Albuquerque looking at some possibility of thunderstorms, but I don't expect any rain to fall out of these thunderstorms. It's more so going to be the gusty winds. We'll continue to watch the northern mountains as we get into tomorrow. Sarah?
Happening today, Santa Fe city councilors could vote as early as tonight on a resolution doubling down on its stance that they welcome immigrants. Councilor Joseph Maestas say while they're pulling away from the term sanctuary city, this resolution will broaden the protections for everyone, including undocumented immigrants living in Santa Fe. He says it would include a confidentiality policy to protect sensitive information of all residents. Councilor Maestas says he expects a unanimous vote at tonight's meeting. Adam?
Also happening tonight, Albuquerque city councilors are expected to take final action on a bill that would reaffirm the city as immigrant friendly, stating that the city council will not adopt policies that would jeopardize the safety of its immigrant residents.
And around the country, frustration is reaching a boiling point, like in Tyler, Texas, where demonstrators gathered angry that their conservative Republican congressman has decided to avoid town hall meetings about Obamacare and about immigration. This after many GOP lawmakers across the country have had rowdy crowds at their forums since the president was elected. Instead, one representative is holding telephone town halls now.
This morning, there could be more cleanup to do at the wall where Shia LaBeouf's controversial webcam sits in downtown Albuquerque. Early yesterday, that camera was covered in pink spray paint with the words "Reject False Idols" written over it. That was cleaned up, but it didn't last long. Last night, somebody added more anti-Trump vandalism at the site.
On to news happening tonight. City councilors are preparing to vote on a resolution to impose key deadlines to get untested rape kits processed. The resolution would require APD to send rape kits to the state lab more timely. There are almost 4,000 evidence kits in police custody that have not been tested.
New this morning, Coors at Quail back open to traffic after police blocked it off for several hours last night due to a car crash. We're waiting to hear back from APD to find out more details, but we do know that at least one car was involved and police were on scene for several hours. Once we learn more, we'll be sure to update you.
This morning, police are asking for your help in some bizarre cases. As police investigate who stole vehicles from an Albuquerque repair shop. The car owners say the car thefts happened at Collision One Auto Body at Lomas in Louisiana. They claim as many as 10 have gone missing in just the past few weeks.
We're still awaiting word on a timeline from the state to determine if it will revoke the charter for La Promesa. While there's some community support, PED is moving forward with the process after an audit raised concerns about the school's finances. Yesterday, county commissioners, school board members, city councilors all spoke out against the school closing. While it uses public funds, it's run by private individuals.
And this morning, officials will continue investigating if some people were given a break on their water bills in Alamogordo. That's according to the Alamogordo Daily News. The news reports that investigators are combing through records between March 2012 through April 2015. That's when Armando Ortega was the customer service manager. A 2015 audit shows he let family and friends go unpaid. He was fired. 16 felony charges against Ortega were dismissed, but those charges can be refiled. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 5, looking at strong winds here in the metro out of the west-southwest, up to about 15, 20, even 25 for the later half of the afternoon. But a chilly start, too, with temperatures in the low 40s. Not needing to worry about this afternoon's numbers, back to the upper 60s and low 70s. Adam?
Well, you can soon buy cheaper fares on two more major airlines. United and American have joined Delta Airlines in selling basic economy fares. These cheap seats come with heavy restrictions, though. Passengers are not allowed to choose their own seats, and they can bring only a small carry-on that fits underneath a seat.
It could soon cost you to visit Farmington Lake. The Farmington City Council is considering an entrance fee at the lake to help pay for operations and improvements. City Council will set the rates, which will likely be per vehicle and comparable to state parks in the region. Supporters estimate the fees will raise more than $230,000 a year.
Albuquerque's first canine cafe is getting ready for its grand opening in just days, but first they're asking for help. The group is seeking volunteers ahead of its Manal location grand opening on Saturday. They're looking for people to pitch in and paint, distribute flyers, help with animals on site, as well as make donations. More info on the KRQE News app.
Time now for a check on your Wednesday morning commute. No major incidents out there. We are moving at posted speeds on all interstates and surface streets across the metro. Crystal?
New at 6, less than 3 hours before the unmanned SpaceX Dragon cargo ship was supposed to dock aboard the International Space Station. The capsule aborted the mission because of an apparent problem with the spacecraft's GPS navigation system. The capsule, carrying 5,500 pounds of supplies, will try and dock again tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's our time.
Salt or no salt? That is the question. Today is National Margarita Day. The margarita, of course, consists of tequila, triple sec, lime, or lemon juice. They can be served on the rocks, which is shaken with ice, or frozen, blended with ice. Some people substitute salt on the rim for sugar. As always, of course, National Margarita Day. Remember to drink responsibly.
Yes. And yes. It depends, though. I mean, if you're going with something like maybe strawberry, yeah, go for the sugar. A little original, maybe some salt.
And definitely two straws.
Yeah. A little advice for you on this Wednesday morning.
All right, time now for the 5 facts.
Number 5, State House Democrats are still taking some heat after tweeting about Representative Matthew McQueen's legislation to make the green chili cheeseburger the official burger of New Mexico. Instead of spelling chili with an E, though, it was spelled with an I in the tweet. They immediately sent out a follow-up tweet blaming autocorrect on the issue, which, yeah, I mean, that does happen from time to time, right? You got to keep up on it. They did post a copy of the bill basically saying, too, that the lawmaker didn't misspell it.
Okay, on to number 4 now. Albuquerque woman facing charges after putting on a show for police. Take a look at this. Surveillance video shows that Brielle Marshall did some cartwheels while trying to complete her field sobriety test. If you want to see this, go to our website, KRQE.com.
At number 3, warm temperatures today near record highs out east. Strong winds expected nearly statewide with high fire danger over the northeast and east central areas.
Number 2 now. City Council is expected to vote tonight on a new policy to take Albuquerque police out of the equation when it comes to investigating its own deadly police shootings and in custody deaths. Councilor Pat Davis wants an outside agency to do the job. More on this on our website.
That brings us to number 1 this morning as the White House prepares to release a new executive order on President Trump's immigration and travel ban this week. Reaction is already pouring into memos from the Department of Homeland Security. DHS says it will start by more seriously enforcing laws already on the books and prioritizing the removal of any criminal illegal immigrants convicted of a criminal offense. The memo also boosts a program allowing local departments to be commissioned to enforce federal immigration laws. Albuquerque Mayor Richard Berry says the city doesn't have the resources or plans for APD officers to join ICE as immigration law enforcement.